Swami hasn't been here for a couple of years, maybe 3, and we're very glad to have him back to speak with us today on the message of the Gita.
Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kangsha Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I salute Sri Krishna, the Guru of the universe, God, the son of Vasudeva, the destroyer of Kangsha and Chanura, the supreme bliss of Devaki. Peace, peace, peace be unto us all. It is very joyful occasion for me to see some of our old devotees, senior devotees, and all the friends here after 2-3 years maybe. Today we are here to think about Sri Krishna, the message of the Gita. I think it is discussed again and again because it is the cream of all the Indian philosophies and ideas. And this is unique because it is not a book which was given or discussed or the ideas thrown when you are in a contemplative mood, in sitting in some isolated place in a cave and thinking on the holiness and greatness of life. It was given in a challenging moment when 2 battling forces are just standing against each other to just start their war, and the conch shell, that means the bugle, has been blown, starting the war, and then came this Gita. So it is very pertinent in our life to think about the Gita is not a book to be only respected and touched over the forehead, as most of us do that because it is a holy scripture. Holy scripture is always like that. You go to the Gurudwaras, you will find there is a holy scripture kept and honored and respected, touched in the forehead. The Gita, many people chant. We chant and keep this book in a holy place and adore, wave incense and keep it there. But Gita is not for that. The Gita is for applying it in day-to-day life, in the life struggles and worries and anxieties and frustrations. And it is a very inspiring book that this can lift us from the state of our despondency to the state of our illumination, to the state which is our essential divine substance or nature. So this is very important. That's why the Gita, as I have just now, you heard the translation of the Gita Dhyanam. There, the Gita has been defined Sarvo Upanishado Gavo. It is as if the Gita is the summation, the cream of the wisdom of the Upanishads. What Upanishads teach us? Upanishads teach us only to believe in our divine heritage, to think that we are not limited by our body, mind, and emotions, but we are something else. We are beyond the limitations of all this body, mind, emotion, ego, and all these limitations in which we are bound. And it is the cream. We can read the Upanishads. but sometimes it is difficult. But the same Gita, in the Gita, the same Upanishad has been presented in a way as if given an analogy that all the Upanishads, if you consider, it is like a cow. And Krishna, Gopal Nandana, is the Dogdha. He's churning the milk. You know, the whole cow is there, but the cow does not help us. The milk helps us. How the milk helps us? It gives nourishment. It gives strength. It gives vitality. So you need to churn it in proper way. You cannot poke the cow and get the milk anywhere. So there is an art of milking. And you know, the cow gives milk only when it finds its calf. Endearing child should be there. So here you find that Arjuna is the endearing child who is frustrated, despondent, lost, and then started what to do. He's weak. He has become so weak that the warrior Arjuna, who can fight alone, all the warriors in the world alone, such power, he was trembling in fear and shivering, and then sat down, giving up the weapon. I can't do anything, I'm lost. So seeing that condition, the milker, Krishna, brought out the milk from the cow, the Upanishads, and gave it to Arjuna and to the posterity we are. Therefore, the Gita is not a book to be read, but the teaching should be applied into our day-to-day life to make our life vibrant, powerful, strong. It is not a sacred book to be kept in the closet or in the shrine room, but each verse is to be taken and applied in life. That is called applied Vedanta. So the Gita is nothing but practical Vedanta. And today's situation, we say it's a complex natured society, so much of conflicting thoughts and ideas, so much of activity going on around, fight, war, good, bad, so many things around, our busy lifestyle. Where is our time in our life to think about something which is beyond body, mind, etc.? Naturally, it is our attraction. Our eyes are pulled out in different directions. Just sit before the television, see how much consumerism pulling the attention. Oh, this is better. Oh, that is good. And that is much better item. So, go on purchasing. And don't go on purchasing, use your credit card. And then go on earning money more. So, more time is gone in this way. So, the time and energy which we have is diverted into direction which does not come into our life as a meaningful supplement. So, in this context of us today, in these conflicting situations of today, in this question of anger, hatred, so much of religious conflicts, the ideas in one religion, other religion, fight, war going on, is there any significance of the Gita to think about it today? That is most important. And from that perspective, I think it is the most important book which we should think about that to apply in our life. Let us start with the Gita. As I have said, it is the cream of the Upanishad's teaching. As you know, that is been taught every day, but perhaps from this platform and in all the lives of the devotees. The Upanishad says that you are Atman, and we are to know that we are Atman. But same question, when Arjuna saw all the warriors, and he was proud. After declaring the war, he wanted Krishna to ask Krishna, Krishna, please take me around. Let me see with whom I am to fight. Because you know the position, then you know how to, he's a military general. So he will then send forces which direction, what, and how to manage the whole situation. And he was with his pride and is going. And then Krishna took him around. And seeing this huge battalion, what he did, the military general then said, huh? I am to kill these people? I can't do that. They are my friends, family. They are my gurus. They are my grandsire. All respected people. My brother-in-law. My maybe uncle. So how can I kill all these people? No. And suddenly, as we do, philosophize everything, whatever we want to do. When you want to escape something, we bring a philosophy, is it not? But beforehand, he was ready to kill and he went for that. And it is a long procedure to avoid the war. That was also done. But when the critical moment came, then his philosophy came, I don't want to kill. Then Sattika mood came. I will be a monk. I will go around and beg my food. Or I'd rather be killed. I don't want to kill anybody. See, then Krishna, then he fell and sat down, shivering, and said, no, I'm not going to fight. Then you see what Sri Krishna said. Sri Krishna didn't say much, said a few words, that is one or two words, that you have your dharma, you are a king, you have to do something. Then he started fighting. No, your argument is wrong. Now, what is the higher argument? Higher point is that to be loving everybody. Loving everybody is true, but that is a state to be attained. And everyone has a duty in life. So in our life, similarly, Arjuna has his duty. What is the duty? It is the dharma. It is the greatest philosophy of the Vedas, that we have our dharma and we are to perform that. And in our life, whatever, husband has a dharma, mother has a dharma, wife has a dharma, professor has a dharma, doctor has a dharma, because everyone has certain things to do. But if at the time of performing that one tried to escape, that is not spirituality. And you are to perform, and how to perform, that is the question. You know that Sri Krishna didn't allow Arjuna to escape. But the Gita started at the point. There is a right point to start. He didn't give any advice, correct advice, right advice, very strong dose medicine as you give the doctors when you are very much sick. 10 mg is okay, but that time maybe 25 mg. So strong medicine, strong dosage is necessary at that point, and that was given when Arjuna came to a point being despondent and shivering and said, I can't do anything, and then I take refuge at your feet. So that is the starting point, that I do not know what to be done, but I take refuge. That's why the point comes. Some despondency in life is not a negative thing. Fearfulness is not negative. If it is given a right direction, and we can connect ourselves with the divine within, that is the Krishna sitting in this chariot, in this body. And there are Arjuna and there are Duryodhanas, the good element and the bad element. That is the fight continuously going on. But in this fight, it is to look at the Krishna, the Lord, who is the self, the Atman, the consciousness there. And if we look at that side, then the energy, the power, the direction comes, and then we can win in this struggle of this life. So that is the key point, key advice of the whole Gita. Don't look at what is happening today. This is too insignificant to pay attention. Look at what is the eternal gain, what is our eternal substance, and how we can connect in that inner self. So there we find that Krishna is guiding, and we find that he is bringing the highest philosophy there in the second chapter. First chapter is a despondent Arjuna, and lost totally in wrong idea about me, mine. We are also the same thing. Look at our life. That's why it is relevant today. Me, mine. All our affection goes for what? Suppose someone I know is suffering from some ailment. I feel worried. I am anxious. Sometimes people lose their sleep. But how many people in the world is suffering so many days? Who cares for them? My sleep does not go for that. But when something happens to me or to mine, what happens? Then I pass sleepless night. I feel strained. I feel worried, tension, depression. All these reactions, medical ailment comes when I connect with something where I identify with something as mine. If I don't, then some person may be brutally killed. We read in the newspaper, what happens? Just it's a news. That has no effect in us. But wherever I have little touch of my little ego, why I am saying little ego? Because it is a cosmic ego. Cosmic ego will feel for everyone. Because cosmic ego is here, there, everywhere. But when I just deviate from that, and as we are all deviated from that now, because we think that we are bodies, we think we are man, woman, we think that we are Mr. Such and such, I am, what are the description, this qualification, that qualification, and we recognize or understand about ourselves to be this limited body-mind complex. Now, the Gita suggests that you are not this much. You are something great. That's the second chapter is a bombshell. At the very beginning, given the highest wisdom. You are not the Deha, you are the Dehi. Dehi nityam abadho ayam, Dehe sarvasya bharata. So Dehi, who is the owner of this body? Who is the master? Who is the real master of this, behind this body? This body is a machine. Now we know by medical science and all this, it is just a machine. Some consciousness is behind it. Otherwise, the body does not function. The eyes will be there of a dead body. Just a person died now, what will happen? Brain cells are there, eyes are there, all the organs are still. Just now it was functioning. What happened? When that it is connected with that consciousness, everything is conscious. When that consciousness is unmanifest, this body becomes dead body. So dead body is run by whom then? That's why he is called the Dehi, the owner of the body. And you know that is Nityam Abadho. Eternally it is indestructible. No one can kill that. And that is your divine nature. It has been again and again said to Arjuna, saying that this body dies, the body can be killed, but the Atman cannot be killed. Atman cannot be dried. It is the same Upanishadic idea. Na tatro shurja bhati na chandra tarakam. In the Upanishad you hear this. There the sun does not shine, the moon does not shine, the lights. It is eternally present there. In the Gita you find natadbhasayati suryo na chandra tarakam, like that. Here the same philosophy, same idea. That Atman is beyond all description. And that is the vibrant reality beyond our mundane existence. So, the Gita's suggestion is to raise our consciousness to that level. But the question is that, why then Gita in the warfield? It is in the battlefield. Why? Because every day our life is a battlefield, is it not? We go into the work, we find our friends, we find our co-workers. Sometimes, most of the time, we are bothered with the circumstances around us. We rarely find the joy of being as we are in our life, because circumstances and environment always tries to put us into difficult situation. And in that difficult situation, we become really frustrated, and so much mental suffering and agonies come over us. Someone will smile a little, I'll be very happy. Someone will not smiling, looking at me, not with earnestness and love, then my heart starts pounding. What happened? Why he is doing like that? Why she looked at me like that? Why? Why? And who is suffering? It is me suffering. This is the struggle of our everyday life. And we depend too much on the outside world. Here is a call. Come back. Stand on your own footing. Be a lamp unto yourself. Don't depend on the support of others. And you have the support here. The biggest support is God, which is within here. It is divine is here already. The Krishna is here to guide us. The Lord is here as consciousness and bliss all the time. Just turn back and don't look at the outside and fight. How to fight? See, the Arjuna's dilemma is our dilemma. As I have just mentioned, if someone dies, 1,000 people died. We read in the newspaper or in the television, we said, so many people died in a flood or Katrina. Okay. You may be little kind enough to send some money or talk with your friends. This happened. Why this? Why that? Why that? But if it happens that my son, my daughter, my friend, my wife, my husband, some little sneezing. Did you take medicine? Okay, you should do this, you should not do that. I am worried about you. Do sir. See? So what is this? This is the problem of ours. And the Gita is there standing to give us the direction. Yes, you should be concerned about it. Gita is not saying you be heartless. Again, that is the point. It is the book of detachment. What is detachment? Detachment is not heartlessness. Detachment is love. Love for what? We must have to love everyone because the Lord is there behind everyone. But not to be attached. As I give the example of a Velcro. It is like that. We love something means, what is the definition of our love? Love means control. Love means I want you. I love so much that my love will go away in a moment if you don't behave as I want. Love means control always. See how we get associated, we get connected, we get disconnected with the world. We get connected so long there is some friendship. Friendship means what I like, you like. And this likingness, when it reduces, my friendship also diffuses and diffuses. So the question is that all the problem in our life is standing on that one point. To be detached. Love must be intense, but detachment should be there. That means what? That is the art of living. And the Gita suggests that you kill, but whom you are killing? As a duty, you have to do certain thing. You are a king. Kingly duty is to fight against evil for the good of the society. The police, what police is, function of a police is to keep order so that society becomes a safe society. But if the police says, no, 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 I am Sattika person, and someone is killing there, okay, God is doing that, and let me go back to my home. Then what will be the condition of the society? So that's why in our life we need to fight, we need to do whatever is essential to keep a society in its higher level. But at the same time, how can I do that with detachment? Detachment to the results and detachment to the actions. Actions are to be done as is needed under the circumstances for the good, for the benefit, but at the same time knowing that guna guneshu vartanta iti matva na sajjate. Gita suggests we get attached. Why we get attached? Because I think I am doing and I am to get the result. But you know, the whole philosophy of Vedanta is that what? The whole world is created of the three gunas. You know all this? Sattika, Rajasika and Tamasika. We call A, R and T. The permutation of A, R and T is the whole universe. Holy people, S, 90%, 95%, 98%, 99%, 99.5%, it grades up, above 50. And bad person, the tamas quality or rajas quality or tamas quality is in the highest degree, and sattika quality is little less and more. So this whole world is a mixture of sattva, rajas and tamas, the three qualities. And I am also made of sattvic, rajasic and tamasic qualities. You are also made of sattvic, rajasic, tamasic qualities. When we get angry, what happens? It is the gunas are getting involved. And your gunas are getting involved. So it is a fight between the gunas and the gunas. You, the Atman, remain the same. I, the Atman, remain the same. So that is the way to Gita's way to be understanding that this whole world is a play of the three gunas, but the three gunas are active because of the consciousness behind, because of God's presence. So can we love God who is in the frame of the personality? So if that love becomes intense, whatever action goes on the outside in a day-to-day life, we can do it in a detached way. Because here is a manifestation of sattvika quality. Yes, we'll go and adore, respect, love, offer our salutation. If it is rajasa quality, to improve that rajasa quality to sattvika quality, you need something to do. Help that way. If it is more of a tamasa quality or darker quality, he needs certain such things to be to help him to awaken his consciousness. So this is the play of the gunas going on with the gunas. So to work in life at the same time to be detached, that is the point. How in professional cases we do that, is it not? Suppose you are a doctor. You see, that's why doctors don't treat their own family members. Doctors are very strong to treat anyone, and they are cutting the ribs and opening out the heart and lungs and then fitting this and doing this, adding, everything is done as a duty and does the best one can do. But if something happens to maybe his wife or her husband or something in a close relationship, yes, they cannot take care. They had to go to another doctor. Because why? The problem is there is a personal attachment connected. This dispassionate outlook is not there. And that's why there is suffering. And what is the cause of our suffering in life? Cause of our suffering, we always put the finger on other side. But cause of our suffering is not anywhere excepting here. What is the suffering? My expectation. I do this and expect this. And then when I have performed in the best possible way and the result didn't turn the same way I expected, then what happens? I get frustrated. I feel sorrow. I feel lost. I grumble. I get to depression. I lost my sleep of the night because I expected it should happen and it did not. So the Gita suggests, do you like to be happy by that process? Or you learn to say, let go. That is called detachment. Karmani evodhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. So this is wrongly understood. People feel frightened. I will do the work and I'll have no expectation. Okay. You keep the expectation, no problem. But how far? You can keep the expectation, do the work. That's why Gita's suggestion is unique into our day-to-day life. We can apply every day. Do your work as perfectly, as accurately, as precisely, as with focus, attention, as if that is the only thing you have to do. And then afterwards say, hands up. Whose joy is then? Only we can do that much. Udasina, Suchir, Daksha. In action, we cannot say, my mind is rotating in some other thing and I am doing something irregularly. Gita does not support that. Action should be performed in the best possible way, with full attention, full concentration. There is no slackness. There is no escapism there. So, point is that Gita is not suggesting us to be idle. The Gita does not suggest that you will be just sitting in one corner avoiding the world. The Gita suggests face the challenges of life and take a very positive stand in life. The detached outlook means you can do everything within your limit, whatever you have done, but there are not only your effort brings the result. There are circumstantial situations. So, for some reason, if it does not work, you can start with fresh energy tomorrow. But if you keep that expectation and hold on to that expectation and die with the expectation, then you are at a loss. If it happens, success comes. That's why we always, with the success, our emotions go high and we jump in the air. And with the failure, we are depressed to the ground. And that's why even the powerful people as Arjuna have become so nervous. I have seen people. There was an electrical engineer and he had something happen which brought him to depression. And that depression, you have seen that this type of effect on human being. And he becomes so weak that he cannot even he cannot climb one step. He will sit down like a baby and then push him to the next step. Why a strong person, a physically strong person, medically perfectly okay, that person becomes so weak because it is like infectious disease in our mind and it puts us to such a low key that we lose our own ground, that we have lost everything. So why not be bold? The Upanishad says, be bold and face the challenges of life. Do the best you can do. Put all perfection, all purity, all sincerity, all your efforts correctly directed. Think there is no other thing to be done. Only this is my work. As we do in our worship. Whatever we do, naturally, when we cook for the Lord, we think this is a special day. The same cooking goes on, the same pots and pans, same oil, same ingredients, but our mind gets different impetus. And that day, even you fast, even you work more, but you feel overjoyed. But the other day, you cook for your family or friends, and after eating, they say, what did you cook? So all your joys go away, and you said, I worked so hard, People don't appreciate, don't look at me. But when you think that you have done for the Lord, you don't have any expectation from people. So you are happy. And you get the spiritual benefit. Who gets the peace? You get the peace. When you expect something, you get the brunt of it. It may be good, it may be bad. So is it not wise to keep the peace with us? Have the freedom to be in our own peace and dignity. I don't care. I have done my best. I cannot do little more than that. I have exercised all my energies, physical, emotional, intellectual energy. I have focused and did the thing. And whatever comes, let it come. And it will come, of course. Whatever good to come, good will come. But we should not exhaust our energy. This is the way of living according to the ideal of the Gita. The Gita teaches the most thing is that we must have to work, but depend on some higher power also, no? To get the guidance from within. That's why we see when in our life struggle, when we see we are confronted with conflicting ideas and thoughts, what to do? Shall I go this way or do that way? That time we say, please, take your own decision. Well, I can't decide. Please tell me. But if someone tells from outside, that will not be a good suggestion. Because the other person will not know the details of the environment in which you are fighting and your circumstances. What you have to do, that's why there comes the Gita's suggestion. That there is a drashta, sakshi inside, in you. Call him God, call him Allah, whatever name. Just quiet down and pray inside. Or if you don't believe in God even, people say, okay, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, cool down. And with a calm mind, some thought will come, take up that decision. But we are devotees of God, so we'll say, just quiet down and put that question, pray inside and say, oh Lord, under these circumstances, what am I to do? Which direction shall I go? Pray, and things will happen in such a way, something will come out after some direction. Some direction will come from within after repeated prayers. So, and to offer every day the Gita's suggestion. Jat karosi jadasnasi jajjuhosi dadasi jat yat tapasya shikonteya tat kurusya madarpanam. That's another great principle. Yat karosi, whatever you do. Yad asnasi, whatever you eat. Jajjuhosi, dadasi jat, whatever bhajan, havanam or whatever puja you are doing. And dadasi, giving gift of anything. Think that you are giving to me, the Lord. You are giving to your friend, but think I am giving it to Lord. So you will have no expectation. If your friend returns the gift or returns with thanks, it will not affect because you have given it to God. But if you give it minus God, then comes all the trouble. Your expectation, whatever, how they reacted, all these factors will come and disturb. So this is the Gita's suggestion. Jat karosi. Jat karosi does not mean Only when you go to the shrine and offer some flower, om, and say some chant and mantra. Yat karosi. You are sweeping the floor. You are cooking something. You are driving the car. You are going to office. You are going to shopping place. You are interacting with people. Yat karoshi. Whatever you are doing. There is no secular, there is no spiritual. Swami Vivekananda emphasized it in the modern age. But Gita, it is the Gita, it is the Upanishad which says, every action, when it is offered to God, what happens? It purifies our heart. It makes us freer, because you are not keeping the results of the action. Good actions will bring good result. Bad actions bad reaction will come. That's why you can say, go to heaven or hell. But Hindu heaven and hell is better than Christian heaven and hell. Because you go, once you enter there, you cannot come out. But in Hindu hell, there is a possibility. You, as a temporary, your temporary posting. Temporary posting, you have earned good money, you get a 5-star hotel arrangement in the heaven, and you enjoy for 1 month in Hawaii and have good food, good scene, that's all. But the duration is finished, come back and join your work. Huh? So again, you have done something bad, okay, go to some imprisonment or somewhere and suffer some time and then come back and join your work. So this is the Hindu idea of good and bad. But if we do the same work without keeping the result with us, I am not going to heaven, I am not going to hell. Is it not freedom? Could you imagine this philosophy? That I did something and I kept in my pocket. The result is mine. I want to enjoy. I want appreciation. I want your praise. But you don't do. So the negative effect also coming to me, or good effect also I can get. But every action, jat karoshi, whatever we are doing, if we tat kurusha madarpanam, if it is offered to the Lord, me means here Krishna, not the person, but the principle you call God. If it is offered, then what will happen? If any good comes, it goes to him. If any bad, it is his. So you, me, we are free. There is the freedom. So this is a very simple thing, but very complicated, because we always think, how can I give up my expectation for something? No. It is not said that you give up your expectation. Expectation giving up means you work enthusiastically, you work with all attention, focus, precision, correction, and one-pointed attention. And after doing that work, you expect, because you have done this way, the result may come. But tell only, don't say that I want and it should happen. Then only you say, oh Lord, I offer unto you. I expected this should bring this good result. Now I give it to you. Whatever comes, I will accept. Accepting whatever comes in life gives a freedom, and it's a power. If we can have it, then we have followed the Gita. Acceptance in life. I have tried my best and did what I can do, offered it to God, and then whatever came, I'm happy. Who can take your happiness and joy? If you only take this idea of detached outlook to the work and its results. Work means, why I am saying detached outlook to work, we have our preferences. I like this type of work. People say, oh, I don't like this work. There is no choice of your own. Whatever under circumstances, of course you try to get your choices to work. If it happens, that's great. But if it does not happen, so what we have to do? I am to do this work. Learn that work and do it wholeheartedly as if you are offering to God. So if you offer to God anything, how perfectly you will do that? Suppose you are doing in the shrine, decorating one flower vase or cleaning the shrine. It is a different attitude comes, mood comes. So every action, every activity should be done with that spirit. And doing that, if we can offer it, then comes detachment. And that detachment brings us freedom, and freedom brings us joy. It's a step-by-step things which we can practice. It is easy to say, of course, but it is very difficult to practice. But it is not absolutely impossible. That's the point. So whatever karma we do, yat karosi, jad asnasi. See how we feel we are bound by our eating. We get a good restaurant and ate some good food. The tongue says it is good, and I enjoyed. Okay. Then you go next day, then you go third day. So it is that you are enjoying. But the Gita says, Jadasnasi, whatever you are eating, think that you are offering to me. And the Gita said that I digest the food, being the fire in the stomach. Whatever you eat, the Lord says that is I am doing that. So if we offer it to God and eat, you enjoy. Bah, it is good food. That's why you call prasad. When you say prasad, there is no distinction between good prasad and bad prasad. Though we do create our idea, Sandesh is a good prasad, and this food is a little less prasad. But if it is the idea, prasad becomes very much deepened into our heart, then what happens? That prasad, it purifies. Prasad purifies the mind. Prasade sarva dukkhanan. Of course, that prasad is contentment. But anyway, whatever we take, it does not bring lust. It does not make me greedy to have it, because I have taken, it has been offered to the Lord and it is pure food. I am taking that prasad. It is purifying my whole body, mind, emotions, everything. So, whatever we are eating, whatever we are working, juhosi, whatever puja and sacrificial activity you are doing, give that also to God. Give that, it is yours. Nothing belongs to me. I belong to you only. And you take care of me whatever way. And that is called the Sharanagati, the surrender. And that brings perfect freedom. See how a baby is totally free and knows my mom is there. Finished. The baby, who have known, when he will be hungry, who will feed? Mom knows when to feed. When he will be sleeping, mom knows when it will. It has no, the baby has no tension and anxiety like us. What will happen? But here is the point, if one can surrender everything like that, offering everything to God, we feel that we are losing something. You are not losing anything. If we, before eating good food or bad food, whatever it comes, if we offer it to God, ultimately God does not take away the whole food. The food remains for us to eat. But our mind being connected with God, we feel elated. We feel purified. See? Only it is the mental attitude. It is not stopping you from anything, but only thinking that I am offering it to God. So jat karosi jadasnasi jajjuhosi dadasi jat. Even if I give, therefore I expect the return gift. But I am giving it to God. My work is done. I don't expect anything. And whatever God wants, He will give me or not. It is His business. So, yat tapassasi, even we are doing japa. That's why it is in our tradition, our gurus teach us, every day when you do japa, at the end, or prayer or meditation, say, oh Lord, I offer everything at your feet. Why? I don't want to get entangled with these results of this japa and mantra and meditation to go to heaven. That is not my business. I want to be your child. I want to be connected with you. I want to feel that integrity with you. That is the Vedantic understanding. I am yours. It is a devotional way of talking. Oh Lord, I belong to you. You take care of me. And Vedanta will say, I am, thou art that, or I am that. That essential reality which is behind me is God and God and God, and that is consciousness, that is blessedness, that is purity, that is love, that is infinite. So I want to be infinite, not to be finite. All problems come because we are finite. So almost I have finished. So I don't want to exceed. That's why I'm watching there, but I don't do that on other cases.
You can exceed a little fun.
No, that's okay. So I would say that few points to be remembered. First of all, what the Gita's first point, that it says Klaibyang Masma Gama Partha. Naitattayupapaddati. In our life struggle, don't back out. Don't cry. Don't weep. That is the Gita's word. Klaibyang Masma Gama. This type of this lowly character of defend frustration and loss does not befit you. You are divine. You can do everything. So bring that courage. No place of depression in spiritual life. Because it is, I am connected with Him. What do I expect? I don't expect anything. I don't want to go to heaven. I don't want anything in this world. I do my duty and offer it to God. Finished. And I should not be keeping my understanding in a low key that I am lost in life. Nothing to lose. What lost? I am Atman. What am I to lose? So that's the first point. And we have to fight. Come up. Fight does not mean jihad. Go and chop out the heads of others. In a wrong sense, jihad. Jihad is here. The Gita suggested, fight with your inner evil tendencies. All the evil things are raising their head. Selfishness, ego, pride, meanness, all these things. Fight with the higher power. Abhayang Sattva Sangshuddhi, Gita has suggested so many good characters to be developed in life. By develop those characters. As a result, you win here. Win the battle of life. So it is external and internal struggle. With the internal nature, or with our bad tendencies, bad sanskaras, and outside, we have to deal with hundreds of people in which we live, in the circumstances, and that is a mixture of the sattvika, rajasika, tamasika gunas. In that level, think that it is a fight. It is a fight going on in the gunas with the gunas to transcend the levels of the gunas. That's why Gita's suggestion ended, Nistraigunno Bhavarjuna. Oh Arjuna, you become Nistraigunna. The three gunas, Traigunna Vishaya Veda, the whole world, the Vedas, and all this whole creation is created of the three gunas. And you, Arjuna, Nistraigunna Bhavarjuna, go above the three gunas. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, beyond. And that beyond, you know that story, Ramakrishna's simple story, the three thieves in a forest. A man was going, and that man has some whatever wealth. So Tamas came and snatched away his all assets. Sometimes we are tamasic. So we have no insight, we have no knowledge. We forget that there is God in me, there is power in me, I can do something. Even Rajas is also gone. Total depression, total frustration. Tamas has taken away and took away the all wealth and jewelries which I possess with me. And then Rajas, Tamas was said, now let me kill him. So really, Tamas people are like that. They are the wildest people, vilest people like that. So that is the dacoit, or that the thief. And then Rajas came. He is a little better. He said, okay, we have taken away his assets. That's okay. And now let him bind in a tree and keep it in the forest. That means they want to bind us in the world. Ego, pride, name, fame, power, position. I did it. And I get attached. I get detached. So like that, all this struggle go there. And now the third thief came. They have good friendship. The three thieves are all friendly. only they have an understanding, a good understanding. They don't fight all the time. They say, when I will say something, you people too stop. So when Tamas said something, the two goody people separate. Sattika did not say anything, Rajas also didn't say anything. And then when Rajas took possession to bind him, Tamas said, "Arey, you are becoming very loving to this guy. Huh? What's the need? We could have chopped his head and finished, because police will never be able to catch me. But anyhow, you do." So Rajas, when he was doing his job, then Tamas and Sattika kept aside. And now afterwards, Sattika came back and he said, "Why to keep him bound here? Let me open." So untie it. And untying that guy, he took him in the dense forest of life, showed him, "Yay, that's the end of the forest, and go, that is your home, Atman, that is your Satchidananda, that is the level of your perfection, you go there." Then this man was so kind, said, "Sir, you did so much for me. I was being killed and robbed and everything. You showed me the path to cross this jungle. So why not please come and have a cup of tea?" He said, "No, I can't go there. Police will catch me." So this is the three gunas play going on in the forest of life. And in this position, we will have to adore the higher gunas so that lower gunas don't have any effect on us. Tamas, that's why it is Gita suggested. You have to inculcate the qualities of the rajas to pull down the tamas. And then inculcate the qualities of the sattva quality. This love for God, doing good to others, all these noble qualities, so that rajas is subdued. And then afterwards say, "Oh sattva, bye. Also, you have to go beyond sattva." So this is the lesson of the Gita, Nistraigunna Bhavarjuna. Last word is, and Gita's suggestion that in your life, sometimes we go through sufferings and pains, and if you are a devotee, just surrender at my feet. And then I will take care of everything. If you don't want to have philosophize so many things, just say, "Oh Lord, you are there. I surrender everything at your feet and take care of us." So this is the major ideas in the Gita. Of course, we can go on. Gita is such a subject. Any point we can take and can think about that days and days. So Gita is to be, what is my request to all of you, that please read the Gita in this line and take it into life, so that everyday struggle, we can do it boldly. We can be very strong and fight, at the same time get detached and get the freedom. We must have to have some freedom, but we don't have that freedom because we have allowed our freedom in compromising with attachment, with expectations. Expectations should be there, as I have said. Please, again and again I am repeating that point. Expectations should be there. But we have to say, "Oh Lord, let thy will be done. This is my wish. I am wishing it should be like this. If it happens, okay. But if it does not, let thy will be done, and I am ready to accept whatever it comes." So then you get the freedom. So this is the detached attitude of life, and surrender to God, thinking that this whole life is a fight of the gunas, and I, the Atman, is not at all affected by this, and I will not die, the body will die. All this philosophy, what is said, the cream of the Upanishads. So if we imbibe that, then we can gradually reach that level of freedom, peace and joy. So we pray to Krishna, Sri Krishna, to give us that purity, that love,